We now have official confirmation that Presidents Moon Jae-in and Donald Trump will hold a bilateral summit in Seoul on November 7, the first state visit by a U.S. president in 25 years. And during his stay, President Trump will also address lawmakers at the National Assembly on building on the alliance and tackling North Korea. Our Moon Connyoung starts us off.
South Korean President Moon Jae-in and U.S. President Donald Trump will sit down for an official bilateral meeting in Seoul on November 7th to discuss ways to further strengthen their decades-old alliance and bolster joint efforts amid rising tensions over North Korea's nuclear missile program. Mr. Trump's trip to Seoul, confirmed by both the Blue House and the White House on Monday, will be the first for the U.S. president since taking office in January this year and will make him the first foreign head of state to visit South Korea since President Moon took office in May. In a statement to the press, the Blue House said President Moon will hold a one-on-one with his visiting U.S. counterpart, which will be followed by a joint press event, and host a state dinner for President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump on the 7th of November. During his stay in Seoul, the U.S. leader will also speak at the National Assembly, becoming the first U.S. president to do so in 24 years, where, according to the White House, he'll celebrate the enduring alliance and friendship between the United States and the Republic of Korea and call on the international community to join together in maximizing pressure on North Korea. Noting that Mr. Trump will be the first U.S. president in a quarter century to make a state visit to South Korea, the Blue House said his travel will underscore the two countries' ironclad commitment to their long-standing security alliance and reaffirm the two heads of states' personal trust and friendship. Mr. Trump's trip to Seoul is part of his whistle-stop tour of Asia, which will also take him to Japan, China, Vietnam, and the Philippines, the last two countries for annual regional meetings, which will also involve South Korean President Moon Jae-in. Moon Connyoung, Arirang News, The Blue House.